I'm delighted to be joined on this thing's on by Rob from the band Stanleys. Rob, how are you doing? Thanks for giving me the time and coming on for a chat.
Oh, I'm very good, mate. Thanks for having us.
And of course, there's lots to talk about. The new single, Never Like You, is out now, and it's quite a quick follow-up to Pass the Time, which came out just a couple of months ago. But how is everything going in the world of Stanleys at the moment?
Yeah, it feels really refreshed. Past Time and Never Like You, two songs we've had like with us for quite a while. We've been through the recording process and we're really ready to get them out, but we just sort of been waiting for the right time to get them out there and to give them to everyone. So it feels great to be in the position now where they're out and we can play them live and enjoy those songs because I think they were a proper step in the right direction for us.
It's great to see, you guys are out there and releasing music again after having a short break, which I will ask you about as well. But I bet it's a really exciting time, especially with everything that's coming for the band. But just going back, really to like reflect on the first release of Past the Time, tell me a little bit about that. And is it the start of like almost was that the start of like a new era for Stanley's? Because I know you guys did that thing which you can always tell there's something new coming when a band totally wipes their social media pages clean and like has a fresh start on there.
Yeah, yeah. It was it sounds like I don't know. It sounds like a bit cringy to say over it, but like like a rebirth and like a relaunch and everything. But like it does feel like a new era. The way that we've done everything, obviously painstakingly archiving all your posts on Instagram is the way of doing it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels like it was the right way of us releasing these songs and sort of
Hmm.
coming to a bit more of a like polished, grown up sound that I think reflects us as a band and where we've been. I think we went through a lot of releases of just doing whatever we could and getting bits and bobs together, getting in the studio and then getting them out straight away. But with these tunes, we've had that time to go away and spend some more time in the studio, more time working on them. And all the time, even though we've not been playing gigs have been at the forefront of our mind because it was something we've been missing. So I think that sort of live feel, even though there were songs that were written sort of away from the live scene, they're for the live scene, and I think that helps them carry and sets up the new era of pumping Stanley's gigs.
And I bet that you use the word like refreshed as well, and sometimes I bet you need that as well. Although I'm sure a lot of bands and yourselves love to be gigging as much as you can,
Yeah.
sometimes it's probably nice to give yourself that time to like almost concentrate on like the creative element for a little
No,
bit too.
definitely, definitely, and it's not just the gigging; it's what comes along with it. With like going from a tour into a release, into festival season, into another tour, into a support tour. It's like, sometimes you feel like your feet don't even touch the ground. So having that time of like being a bit away from that afforded us all the luxury of being in the practice room of working on new tune and getting things where we want them to be, rather than like we need this content now, we need this now. The ball's got to keep rolling. That sort of pressure was lifted off, and I think the songs speak volumes of that time they've like earned and been given, which I think is a great thing that we did do.
And I know you've had like before taking a little bit of a break, quite an exciting end to 2024. With Shed Seven stuff, obviously
Yeah,
touring with them and the Richard Ashcroft support that year as well. So I bet it was like nice to do that and then go away and like make some more music again.
yeah. It felt like a really big year for us, and I think that was part of it. We almost felt like we were like tripping over our feet because we had those gigs, we had Glastonbury, we were like pumping on that train, but
Yeah.
at some point the train's got to stop, hasn't it? So like we took that time, reflected on it a bit, and spent that time in the studio, and I think we're only going to be stronger on the back of that.
I mean, I love both of the releases so far, Past the Time and Never Like You. And can you tell me a little bit about both of these songs and where they kind of come from, really? Because you mentioned there that they are songs that you've had around for quite some time as well.
Yeah, I remember really vividly when we were first sort of piecing together past the time. We were, I think we were driving to a gig in it might have been Peterborough, and it was part of like a run of dates that we did, sort of like in the southeast. Um, and I was in the car with Conk when we were driving down to the gig, and all like hatchbacks filled up with equipment, and he was like playing me this sort of like, I think it was a bass part that Harry had written, and he was like sort of like starting improvising the lyrics and the melody over the top, and like a fur old drive. So I think for about 2.5 hours we were like going back over, oh, let's try this, let's do that, let's do the other. So even from that point when it existed as an idea really than a song, we were really excited to work on it. And I remember getting back from that tour and being like, we need to get into the practice room. We need to hash this out. We need to get this song ready. I want to play it at the next gig we do. And then obviously that was getting a bit carried away, and we took that time to build those songs up. But we've been really excited about these songs for ages. We recorded them both in the studio at a similar time. I remember going in thinking, well, I passed the time. It was called something else ridiculous, and our songs always have rubbish working titles. But I remember thinking, like, that's the song that's going to be absolutely amazing. Like, and it wasn't really as excited for Never Like You, but once we got into the studio and started like going through those parts and reflecting on it, I can't pick a favourite anymore. I think they're both really strong songs that deserve their own place. So I'm glad they both sort of coming out of this, like one after each other. They logically come together in the Stanleys universe. So yeah.
So it felt kind of right to follow Past the Time up with Never Like You then.
Yeah, 100%. They come from a similar place, but they're still very different songs. I'd say that Past the Time's more this sort of rejuvenated, really punchy Stanleys, and then Never Like You's like the bridge between sort of the stuff we've done in the past and where we're going now. So it was nice to come really punchy with Past the Time, but I feel like Never Like You's sort of that bridge between. It makes it all make sense.
Also, it's like like you say, almost like the like that bridge between the two. Then, because I was going to ask, have like with the new stuff that's coming, has the sound of the band developed? Have you kind of taken a bit of a new direction?
I think so, yeah. Like a lot of that time, sort of reflecting on gigging and like our live sets and our live sound. We've lent more into that, what we want our gigs to be, what we want them to feel, what we want the crowd to be like. So the songs that, even though they've come from not that live place, they're very much focused on those live gigs and things like that. There's some stuff that doesn't fit that rule that's in the back pocket waiting to go, because variety is the spice of life, isn't it? So
Yeah.
some very different Stanley's tunes on the way, but I think that's a good thing.
Like you say, you want that though, don't you? A bit of variety from time to time. I think it's
Yeah,
always a good thing, definitely.
yeah, 100%, definitely.
So it's an exciting time for the band. Obviously, before you released Never Like You, you had the gig at Night and Day as well, which in Manchester, I bet that was a special night.
Yeah, yeah, that was amazing. It was so long coming. I can't remember the gap between the last headline Stanley's gig and that gig, but it was ages. It was probably the longest
Yeah.
gap we've had since we were a band. So it felt a bit strange at first, like in the run up to the gig. It was like getting the wheels back in motion, and we've not been used to getting like this set list ready, but we spent ages working on exactly what we wanted it to be. But you sort of, I don't know, you forget your routine at a live gig and what you normally do. So like we rocked up, and then I think as soon as we were there and like unload the drum kit, and you're like, right, this is what we're doing now. You sort of lock in, and all systems go, and I think we all walked away saying it was one of the like best nights we've had at a Stanley's gig. Like it was, the crowd were unreal, everyone was so on board, which was always a bit unsure about. We'd had that time away, like it sold out, but we're like, what if people have like forgot? What if people don't show up? You never know. But the room was packed, and huge response to Past the Time. I'm Never Like You. We gave it a bit of a sneak peek before it was out. So yeah, it felt amazing to still feel that everyone was so behind us.
I bet as well play to a packed out crowd, especially in Manchester as well, where I
Yeah,
imagine it always does feel really special to you guys. And has it just kind of given you the bug to just get back gigging again soon?
100%. Like we walked away from me like we need more of these. We need them straight away.
Yeah.
So you can't help but just get that bug. It's what makes us love music. It's what from the very start of us playing music together, we were just four lads in a pub playing covers, but you just did it because You
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and obviously that's grown into what it is now. And I don't think we ever want to stop that feeling. You can't replicate it really.
Would you say that's the best feeling for you in a band then, playing live?
Definitely. There's
Yeah.
obviously different things that come in, like those moments in the studio of like, wow, but nothing can replicate having your fans in front of you and that interaction and just the whole thing. It's what we do it for.
And seeing like people sing the lyrics back to you as well and everything. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, humbly, especially with Past the Time, and obviously it was a Past the Time release show. It'd been out a few weeks at that point, but people knowing every word and it's like, wow, like still
Yeah.
sticking with us. We've been away all this time and people still love it. They love A Better Life just as much as they love Past the Time, and that's so humbling. Like,
I can imagine it's an amazing thing, definitely. And like you say, you're hoping for more of that. And I know you might not be able to say too much, but can people maybe expect a few more live Stanley shows in the near future then?
without a doubt, without a doubt, I'd love to spill my guts now and say the whole plan, but I'll be shot at dawn tomorrow morning. So there's more coming. I think that's all I can say in the near future. Yeah, we're addicts for that feeling. So the sooner we're out there, the better.
But it sounds like it's promising for everybody that wants to see you guys soon then. And I'm really glad you've shared that news. But obviously, you've got the live stuff, you've got two new singles. Again, you probably don't want to give too much away, but can people expect new music as well as the two singles that have already been released?
Yeah, definitely. I again, obviously, I can't say too much, but um, yeah, no, there's wind in our sails. We're showing no signs of stopping.
So it sounds like it's going to be an exciting rest of the year for the band then.
Definitely, mate. Yeah, yeah. Lots of plans. Just getting out there. New songs, new gigs, new tour. Hopefully, all very soon.
Well, it sounds like it is shaping up to be an exciting year then, and yeah, an exciting rest of 2026, and hopefully going on into next too. But no, Rob, thanks for coming on and talking all about the new singles, the place the band's at, and hopefully we'll see you at a show somewhere down the line in the near future.
Absolutely, mate. Thank you very much for having us.
Cheers, Rob.